hand it off to Pacheco, sidesteps a tackle, cuts 15, 10, 5, freaking touchdown, dude! Blown up, fumble, pitch back to Brian Cook, and Brian Cook's gonna freaking house it, dude! He's gonna house it! Oh my God! He's got plenty of time, fires, back in the end zone, touchdown! Bro, what the frick did I just watch? And this is why you don't doubt Patrick Mahomes. He's gonna waltz in, untouched, touchdown, Kansas City, let's go, baby! What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tuesday night Q&A Hangout. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Wife and kids are in Texas for the week, so I'm by myself. So got off tonight after editor Alex left today. Then I was like, shoot, I got to make dinner. Aaron, yeah, I was just trolling. I did not really brush my my asphalt. I was just kidding. I hope that gave you guys a laugh because that's all it was. But training camp underway. They had a day off today, but we could definitely talk risers and just intriguing things to take away from the first week of training camp. You know, right now, a big thing, they're looking for cornerback number 2. Who's going to step up? Is it Najee Johnson? Well, he's nursing an injury. Is it Jalen Watson? He's still trying to come back from the shoulder surgery. Is it Joshua Williams? I don't know. They moved him back to work with the second team defense recently, and Kelvin Joseph has been getting the reps. Ron Kopp Jr. of Arrowhead Pride, he's the lead analyst of Arrowhead Pride. We had a conversation today. I just dropped that video an hour ago, and he thinks Kelvin Joseph is a dark horse to make the roster based on what he's seen from him with or getting reps in with the first team offense, against the first team offense, rather. And yeah, so the cornerback 2 spot, got to watch that. I want to see how FAU, Felix Anudike-Uzomah, continues to progress. Watch the left tackle battle between Kingsley Suamataia, who's been getting all the first team reps and pads. And then you've got Wanye Morris still working in there, competing with the second team, but then rotating in with the ones on the non-padded practices. We'll see about that. And then Deneric Prince has been getting a lot of reps with CEH kind of out. Then I'm curious to see the wide receiver room. Kadarius Toney, Sky Moore, Nico Remigio, Justin Ross. All those guys I feel like are fighting for the bottom 2 spots, and you've got 4 of them there. We'll see. Kadarius Toney probably stock up higher than Sky. Nico is battling. Montrell Washington is trying to make a case for himself as well. He's been having some crazy nice catches. There was this catch that he made yesterday, or the other day, rather. I shared it last night, but I mean, this catch is insane. Look at this catch. This is nuts. Okay, so to be fair, it's not a touchdown. Both feet weren't in bounds, okay? But he catches this one-handed and scoops it. He cradles it. So he has possession of the ball, but he doesn't maintain both feet in bounds. Still, though, if he's, you know, a foot further to the left, further inside, that's a catch, which is insane. I mean, he tried to get that knee down, I think, and he got shoved out. But that is crazy. Again, I have no idea if the guy's going to make the roster, but we have some intriguing battles going on, to say the least. OBJ-esque, I mean, that catch was insane. Let's just be honest. Yeah, that catch was unreal. But how are you guys doing? Do you think the defense or offense will be better this upcoming season? I mean, it still might be the defense kind of holding it down at times, but I do think the offense is going to take a step forward. Like last year, it was the second best defense in the NFL, the 15th-ish best offense. Maybe the defense is like the 5th best defense, but the offense is like 7th, 8th. I mean, that would be great. If they can get back to their top 5, talking about the Chiefs offense in most of these categories, just a few key ones. Third down conversions, which I still think they were last year. They're pretty high. Red zone touchdown percentage go way up. And then, I mean, that's a big one. Third down conversions and scoring touchdowns in the red zone rather than field goals. And then obviously the receivers need to lower that drop rate. They need to catch the ball, get on the same page with Mahomes on the deep ball as well. Kyle with the 5. Let's go, man. Appreciate you. I'm sorry about missing the Zoom last night. I was flat out exhausted after work, and I just needed to rest. It's all good, man. It's good to prioritize your rest, and it was fun. We were live for like, We're on a Zoom call till like 11 p.m. Yeah, not last in pass for drops would be very helpful. Ammon. Jammin' Ammon in the house. He was in the Zoom call last night. Let's go, dude. You'll take the under on drop passes this year? Yeah, please. The linebacker, that's the UDFA. I want to know more about him. Are you talking about Curtis Jacobs? Yeah, I mean, he's been having a decent camp so far. I mean, all I have on Curtis Jacobs right now is just what I've initially kind of wrote up about him, but he's out of Penn State. He was one of the most surprising UDFAs of the draft, so they definitely thought he was going to get drafted. He has one of the highest upsides out of all the linebackers in the draft. Relative athletic score of 8.47. He racked up 49 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks his last year at Penn State as well. So he's played 337 special team snaps, so you definitely be using him on special teams. He started over 36 games in his college career. Quick athleticism, downhill burst to shut down running backs. You know, he could maybe make the roster as linebacker 5. Maybe if they roll with 6, you could see him earn it as well. I don't know if they're going to roll with 5 or 6 linebackers right now, but if Curtis Jacobs makes the roster, he's going to play a lot of special teams. A lot. Aaron B. in the house with the 5 bomb. Does Justin Tucker have a thing for near senior citizens, Cole? Well, hold on. This just in.
There's still some of those ghosts of Justin Tucker banging a 60-yard field goal off the crossbar and through.
I think he does. Yeah, confirmed. Cole, you need to make another roster projection video. Those are fun, and you're in training camp now. Players are standing out. Yeah, cool guy. I think another one will happen soon. I've already made 2. So roster projection 3.0. I might wait a little bit longer here. Yeah, I might wait just a little bit longer. But the first week of camp is underway. Maybe maybe that's when what are a lot of people doing it this week? I could do one this week, potentially. The problem is you're about to have training camp practices Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm going to take Saturday off, and then training camp is back Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think. And then they're off Thursday. So we'll see about that, but I'll definitely do another one before final cutdowns, for sure. Out of all the receiving rooms in the NFL right now, where would you rank the Chiefs? Ooh, I don't know. It's so early. Tough to tell, but I will say I am very confident that they are going to be better than last year. I know that doesn't say too much, to be honest with you, but should be better than last year, and the Chiefs had bottom of the league wide receivers last year as far as creating separation on their routes and their drop percentage. Oh, you're talking about Swayze? Why did I think you were talking about Curtis Jacobs? I don't know why I thought that. I mean, they've got multiple UDFAs. Yeah, he's another undrafted linebacker. I don't know as much about Swayze. I do like his name. He's got a nice name. Out of Southern Miss. Dude, Swayze Bozeman. He wrangles alligators in his free time. Just playing. Yeah, man. He's there. There's a lot of people competing on the 90-man roster for sure. Hot take said get Chiefs. What's the hot take? What is the hot take? Going to training camp tomorrow. It's your birthday. Ooh, Kendrick, happy birthday. Let's go. Willie brought so much energy to the team, said Boys, but sadly he went to the Saints. Why do all the Chiefs defensive players go to the Saints? Tyrann Mathieu, Colin Saunders, Willie Gay. Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know, but there's several of them over there. Oh, Dan Sorensen. Well, he's not on there this year, but he was last year. What's up, Meg? What's up? How are you doing? Does anyone know what's up with Kamal Haddon? Haven't heard much about him during camp. Ask Carly. Carlisle, actually. Sorry. That's a much different name than I just said. Haven't heard a ton, but he's a 6th-round guy just coming back from shoulder surgery. He's probably predominantly working in with the 3rd-team defense, maybe some with the 2s. But, yeah, if he makes a roster, which they were talking with either Spags or Dave Tobe about him, and he was like, yeah, hopefully he can make it and contribute on special teams. So if he does make the roster this year, he'll mainly be a special teamer. I'll be curious to see how many cornerbacks they end up rolling with. We'll see if the new kickoff rule changes, like kind of switch anything up based on how many linebackers they roll with, or wide receivers, or cornerbacks, even safeties with these new kickoff rules. We'll see if any of that gets tweaked on the final 53. Did I get your letter? I have not been to the UPS store. I have not been there. I haven't been to the UPS box yet. I'm sorry. I'll get there though. I was supposed to go today, but I didn't go. I was working. You love the beard? Thank you, football. Appreciate that. What do you think Xavier Worthy's stats will be this year? I don't really know. I'd be happy with look at what MVS did last year. It was like 250 yards maybe. I'd be happy with like that 400 to 600 range for Worthy. Now, if Rice is suspended during the year at all, don't know if he will be or not, I would expect Worthy's stats to go up a little bit higher than that. You watching the game tomorrow? Yeah, I'll check out the game. Like, none of the starters are playing. Caleb Williams isn't playing. Like, it's going to be a bunch of backups, but I'll turn it on for sure. If anybody doesn't know what's going on, it's the Hall of Fame game tomorrow night. Hall of Fame game. It's not tomorrow night, is it? It's Thursday. Isn't it Thursday night? Yeah, it's Thursday. 2 days. 2 days from now. So it's going to be, I think, August 1st, right at 8 p.m. Eastern. And it's going to be, who is it? The Bears. No, wait. Yeah. Who are they playing? The Bears and Texans? Yeah. I believe that's right. Yep. Bears and Texans. Yep. So it's going to be a preseason game. And most of the starters aren't going to play. If Rice is suspended, who do you think is rolling wide receiver 1? I mean, probably Hollywood Brown. He's got nothing but praise on his route running, his speed, and how they can use him shallow, intermediate, and deep down the field. I think it's going to be Hollywood Brown, wide receiver 1 in stats, potentially, even if Rice is not suspended. If Rice is suspended, they're going to lean on him even more heavily. Darrell with a 2. Curious why we don't know how Justin Reed got hurt. Yeah, he's on the non-football injury list. Something happened. Something happened before he got there, from what I understand. Because Coach Reed spoke to the media and said he spoke to the media when? Sunday? I think it was Sunday. Or maybe it was Monday, and he said it happened 9 days ago. So I think that was just right before camp. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Thursday at 8. That's right, Jennifer. That's right. Darrell, thanks for the 10 bomb. Yeah, or the 2 bomb. There's 10 likes on it, so I said 10 bomb. I wish I knew what happened to Justin Reed, but they don't have to disclose it. They don't have to disclose what happened. Sadly. Do you think our offensive line will take a step up or down this year? I mean, you've got everybody returning aside from Donovan Smith. So the question is, can you get Donovan Smith level play or close to out of Kingsley or Wanye? The hope is yes. But if not, you might take a little bit of a step back. I'm also curious to see how Joe Thuney's pec is going to be doing. Like, I know he's off the PUP list now, but how is he going to hold up throughout the season also? I did want to also mention this since we're talking about the offensive line. I'll talk about this more in tomorrow's video, but Pretty Ricky, who's broke a lot of deals before they happened. He broke Jordan Love's deal. If you went into free agency and looked at all the deals that got done and Pretty Ricky predicted them, he pretty much got 90-something% of them. He said the Kansas City Chiefs will be making Creed Humphrey the highest paid center in the coming weeks, and kicker Harrison Butker will be getting a new deal too. So those are 2 players that I said I really, really hope they can figure out a way to keep. And I actually put Creed Humphrey and Harrison Butker as the 2 highest priority on the team of needing to get extended. Harrison Butker on a contract year, Creed on a contract year. So is Trey Smith. So is Nick Bolton. There's a lot of them. But Creed Humphrey, no-brainer in my opinion, especially because you can get this guy for like $14-ish million a year, where if you want to keep somebody like Trey Smith, you're going to need about $20 million a year. So you're going to be able to keep Creed. Then Harrison Butker, you're probably going to have to pay him around $6 million a year average. That's up with Justin Tucker and I believe Jake Elliott as the highest paid kickers in the NFL. But Harrison Butker is worth it. He's 5 years younger and just as solid in my opinion, and he's only getting better. So yeah, that's great news. Harrison Butker, staying a Chief. You don't win a Super Bowl last year without Harrison Butker. You just don't. It's not going to happen. He was perfect on field goals over 40 yards, I believe, and also 50 yards. Or it was perfect on field goals over 50 plus. I think it was 40 plus. He was perfect. A lot of clutch games. And then, yeah, Creed, I understand some people are saying, well, Creed's got to figure out the snap issues, the low snap issues. Creed said he's been working on that all offseason long. It sounds fine. Seems fine. So you're going to have Creed. You're going to have Creed, the highest paid center, and Harrison Butker is going to get extended here pretty soon. I'm not going to lie. I thought that was supposed to be the sit cam. What the heck? What the? Let's try that again. If I press this. Main. Sit. Okay. Whoa, dude. Montreal Washington just followed me on Twitter. Nice. Let's go, man. Montreal Washington is a guy that, you know, he's been balling out. We just shared that freaking, maybe he saw the clip that I shared of him. That crazy catch, man, that he made at camp, that one-handed catch, absolutely unreal. Jennifer, thanks so much for the gifted. Appreciate you holding it down. Yeah, good follow, Montreal. I think I might have just followed him recently, too. I randomly come across Chiefs players, and I'm like, oh, I'm not following them. Did y'all see the mic'd up clip of Pop telling LRZ how to run? I have not. Is it pretty funny? It's got to be. What is your opinion on all the injuries, and who do you think will be back here soon for training camp? I mean, Hollywood's sick. CEH has been dealing with some PTSD stuff. And if you guys don't remember, because I actually read this story twice, but it's been like 4 years. CEH was involved in a robbing. Like I believe he and a buddy got held up at gunpoint. And if I read the story right, his buddy actually fired back in self-defense and killed the guy that was trying to rob him. Don't quote me exactly on that, but I do know for sure CEH was involved in an incident where he was held up at gunpoint and an attempted robbery. So he was dealing with PTSD stuff from that. But then I think I'm reading between the lines here a little bit. I think potentially the parade shooting at the Super Bowl rally might have flared some of that up. He's been dealing with a lot of flare-ups from it. He just shared that on Twitter the other day. I don't want to guess or surmise too much more than that, but he's been dealing with some flare-ups, and he said the Chiefs staff have been wonderful and helping him kind of deal with things, and he'll be back. But yeah, as far as the other injuries, Chris Jones, minor groin, I think he'll be fine. Justin Watson, foot. I need to figure out more details on that because they've been pretty quiet. Andy Reid didn't make it seem like he was going to be out for too long, but he did say that Justin Watson is day-to-day. Jalen Watson, he'll come back eventually from the shoulder. Najee, he tweaked his hamstring, but it's on the leg that he had his ACL repaired. Najee made it seem like he'll be back out there tomorrow, but I would think you want to be ultra cautious with that. So we'll see. I think those were the gist of the injuries. Again, Hollywood Brown was just sick. I'm probably missing a couple more, like Derek Nottie. I don't know when he'll come back. BJ Thompson, he's on the non-injury related football, whatever that freaking list is, the NFI, non-football injury / illness list. I think I got it that time. Patrick's response to the puppet is cold. It'll get handled when it gets handled. Chiefsaholic robbed CEH. God bless, dude. Wouldn't that be insane? Wouldn't that be insane, huh? I don't think so. Cole, who do you think is the player most likely that will not make the 53? I don't know. There's going to be a bunch that don't make it. The player that is most likely not to make it. Feel free to clarify your question if you want, because I'm like, there's a lot that could potentially not make it. That's going to be tough. You're the GOAT, Mr. J.I. Sky Moore, I mean, he's fighting for a spot. I will say this. Justin Watson got hurt, and Sky Moore took his reps with the ones. So right now on the pecking order of training camp so far, Sky Moore is immediately after Justin Watson with the starters. So take that for what you will. How's it going, Seawolf? What's PUP stand for? Physically unable to perform. You know who's been working their tail off at training camp? Drew Tranquil. Facts. Drew Tranquil's been flying all around. He knows the system a lot better this year. And yeah, he's been moving, making plays, pass breakups. Let's freaking go, man. Any news on how Justin Ross is doing? So according to Ron Kopp Jr., which again, if you haven't listened to my interview with him, we dropped a 40-minute conversation and we talked basically every position group so far during Chiefs training camp. And that video is this one. This unexpected player is turning heads at camp. A sneaky dark horse here. That was with Ron Kopp. 38-minute conversation. We go basically every position group so far at Chiefs camp. And we talk about Justin Ross and a lot of other people. But Justin Ross is not standing out as much this year as last, at least so far with the pads on. He's still struggling to get some separation, but since the pads have come on, he's doing a little bit better there. But yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that's got to fight to make the roster. He made it last year, I know. But you've got right now, if Rice isn't suspended, Rice, Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, Justin Watson, probably McCole Hardman is next, and then you've got Sky, Tony, Justin Ross, and Nico Remigio, and maybe Montreal Washington, like all fighting for number 6. I mean, it's probably Tony, if we're going to be honest, if he stays healthy. But if they roll with 7, maybe it's Ross. Maybe it's Nico. I don't know. It's tough. Jur said Tony is best on the roster. I mean, we always say that, and then we always say if he's healthy and can get on the field, but he hasn't been able to do that consistently. He is very talented, though. Very talented for sure. I mean, you can't deny his athletic ability. Been using him in the return game, been using him taking handoffs out of the backfield as a running back. He's been working even with a third-team offense, second-team offense. A little bit with the ones sprinkling in here or there. What are your thoughts on week 1 against the Ravens? Who do you think has more to prove, the Chiefs or Ravens? I mean, probably the Ravens. If you want to say who has more to prove, they just lost in the AFC Championship to the Chiefs. And if they lose again week 1, that the conversation is going to be, can Lamar ever really do what it takes against Mahomes and company? And they'll kind of have that, I guess, that monkey on their back all season long. They will be contenders at the end of the season into the playoffs. So I think the Ravens probably have more to prove, but the Chiefs are going to want to win that game. They are for sure going to want to win that game and say, hey, we're the back-to-back reigning champs. We're here to stay. We're not playing around. We don't care what team's in front of us. We're going to put the hammer down. I don't have a ton of thoughts on it yet. I will do more of a breakdown as that week gets closer. I'm going to look at the Ravens depth chart again and just check injuries and all that, and we will definitely give a lot more thoughts there. It's largely the same team. They lost some key defensive players. They have Derrick Henry now as well on the offensive side of the ball, so some things to watch for. But I think they lost several defensive players, a few defensive coaches. I don't remember if they also lost their DC or not, but there's a lot going on there on the defensive side of the ball with the Ravens. Paisley with the membership. Let's go. And then Tap with a 5-bomb. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Do you think Carson Wentz will get the ball on 4th and 1 or 3rd and 1 for the QB sneak? I mean, Carson Wentz said he hasn't had any discussions with the Chiefs about it when he was asked at his presser during OTAs. However, if you look up Carson Wentz on QB sneaks, let me look at his stats. His career stats on quarterback sneak attempts. He's 47 of 53. 53 attempts and has converted a first down on 47 of them. And that was with the Eagles and the Colts. So can Carson Wentz come out there and with a team knowing that they're going to run a sneak on 3rd or 4th and 1 and convert? I think so, because teams knew when he was on the Eagles or when he was on the Colts, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, he was going to run a sneak, and he converted it 47 out of 53 times. Will they actually do it? I don't know, but could they / maybe even should they? Yeah, because they're not going to do it with Mahomes anymore. We know that. See his kneecap, for example, a few years ago as to why. So, do I have PayPal? Yeah, I do. Do we have to worry about Harbaugh cheating in the NFL? I hope not. I really hope not. What are your thoughts on Bobby Witt Jr.? I mean, I don't really follow baseball, if I'm going to be honest with you, but I know he's one of the best players in the NFL, and I'm glad he's on the Royals. I think I saw somewhere he's hit his last 50 at bats. No, out of his last 100 at bats, he's hit 50 of them. That's actually insane. 500 batting average out of the last 100 at bats. Yeah, one of the best players in baseball, and I'm glad he's on the Royals because the Chiefs also have the best player in football. Cole, you'll be the pal that gets paid. All right, fair enough. Wentz push, exactly. Basically, no one can replace Chad Henne. I mean, Carson Wentz is a very good QB2. He could be a starter in the league. If you look at Wentz's stats compared to Chad Henne, and that's no disrespect to Henne. He came in clutch for the team. But if you look at Carson Wentz's stats as a starter compared to Henne, it's not close. But much respect to Chad Henne. I think if he didn't retire, he would still be a Chief, and he would be QB2. But he wanted to hang up the cleats and move on, so the Chiefs have to do the same. Yo, what's up, Rory? How are you, man? Peter with the membership. Let's go, man. Appreciate you. Let me know in chat also where you're watching from. I'm just kind of curious. I don't do this all the time, but it's always fun to see who's watching from where. We probably have, a few hundred people, 250 people in chat. Be curious to see what country and city you're watching from, hanging out from. Whose helmet is that behind you? And also, can we see it up close? Yeah, so I'm trying to see. I think I have the photos here somewhere that I can just pull up. So the one behind me in red is a signed Isaiah Pacheco helmet. It was a gift from Chiefs Bids, and he actually wrote to Cole Merry Christmas, which I thought was really cool. That was a really cool Christmas present from them. And then this is a signed Tony Gonzalez helmet. So, yeah, two very, very awesome gifts. That could Tony Gonzalez helmet was a gift from my wife for Christmas. Kansas City, Missouri, North Dakota, Wichita, Columbus, St. Joe, Iowa, Las Vegas, KCMO, Fargo, Maine, Florida. Average Gamers and Lee Summit. Hey, represent, dude. Let's go. You're watching from Oakland? Nice. Warrensburg. All right, so we everywhere. New York. We can pay our kicker and our center. Oh, 100%, Ian. Yeah. Omaha, Ohio. Independence. Nice, Otto John. Right down the road. Milford, Ohio. The Water Doctor in St. Joe, Missouri. What's the Water Doctor? Okay, now I'm curious. The Water Doctor? Is that a thing? Water Doctor. Oh, it's actually a business. Nice promo. I was like, what is that? St. Louis, STL. Let's go, man. How do you feel about Patrick Mahomes' comments on his contract? Yeah, I was going to talk about that in yesterday's video, and honestly, there's just too much to cover from practice, but I can definitely pull up the article. Mahomes is essentially, he's not bothered about the new QB contracts that have come up, and it continues to move him down the list. And Mahomes said it's awesome for the game of football. It's awesome for the quarterback position, but I also think all positions. I know every time a contract comes up, everybody looks at my APY and everything like that. I'm doing pretty well myself. For me, it's just about going out there to trying to win football games, trying to make money for my family at the end of the day. I feel like I'm doing a great job of that. So when you look at Mahomes' contract, he got his contract reworked last year. And they moved a bunch of money from the back end of the contract to the front. And basically from now until the end of the 2026 season, I believe he's averaging around $52.5 million per year. And they'll probably renegotiate after that season, if not even after 2025, they could, I guess. Really after 2026. But yeah, if you look at the contract like that, Mahomes is still making $52 million a year annually on his deal, the way it's set up right now. He's making all the off-the-field endorsements as well. So I think he's doing all right. I think he's doing pretty well. Have I traveled outside of the country? Yes, I used to travel with the missions organization doing martial arts and hip-hop music, believe it or not, with a strength team, like a team that used to like break bricks and rip phone books and stuff like that. And we've been... I went to Scotland, I went to Northern Ireland, Philippines, Honduras, Peru, Mexico. I feel like I'm missing one because I think I've been to 7. But yeah, Egypt and Israel. I don't know if I said that, but I went to Egypt twice, dude. Egypt was freaking fun. I loved Egypt. I got super sick there the first time, actually, from something I ate, but the second time was better. Yo, Aaron, sorry you missed a Zoom call again. Busy winning trivia night at the brewery. I got a lot tipsy and forgot. I'll be there at the next one. Hey, it's all good, Aaron. We normally don't do the Zoom calls on Monday nights, so I can understand why you're also possibly just forgot because it's normally on a Sunday night. So let's go, dude. Hope you said you won trivia night, so let's go, bro. Let's go. Mike Gerber with 18 months. Mahomes is not about the money. It's about championships and legacy. Besides, he's got money and endorsements and investments. 100%. I mean, if you want to just ask the question, though, is Mahomes underpaid in comparison to what Trevor Lawrence, Tua Tagovailoa, Jordan Love, Joe Burrow, and anybody on the list above him are getting paid? Is Mahomes underpaid in comparison? Yeah. But like for people to be like making a huge deal out of it, Mahomes is so underpaid. It's such a big deal. It's not really. The Chiefs reworked his deal last year. I mean, what do you want the Chiefs to do? I guess they could rework it every year. I mean, it's just the nature of the game. The market rises and quarterbacks that are due for an extension are going to basically have a record-breaking contract or close to. You know who's next? Well, whenever it happens, CJ Stroud. He'll be one to break the market. It's just going to keep happening. Aaron Jacobson with the 10 gifted. Yo, Aaron, thank you so much, man. 10 bomb. If you get a gifted from Aaron, make sure to shout him out. Say thank you. Let's go. He's not even underpaid. The man has the highest cash flow. Yeah, I would have to look at the cash, but he's making a lot of money. I mean, and he's also successful. You look at all those other quarterbacks on that list that are paid more than he is. 0 rings on that list. So, yo, what the heck? Brand with the 5 now. Yo, we got 10 gifted. We got 5 gifted. Okay, what is happening? We got Peter with the 5 gifted now. Okay. I might throw 5 on it. We're just going to go crazy, huh? Is that what we're doing? Yo, what's up, Chris? How are you, man? Have I seen Pets 2? I have not. I don't think. If I did, it would have been with my kids, but I don't recall that movie. They want Mahomes to take more so they can break up the team and Mahomes can stop winning the Super Bowl. Aaron is an awesome person, man. Yeah, he's the real deal. You could live off the internet on Mahomes' sneaker collection. or off the interest. That makes way more sense. I was like, internet? What do you mean? Off the interest on Mahomes' sneaker collection, dude. He has quite the sneaker collection. Yo, the gifted just went crazy. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Thank you. If you got a membership, you can get access to the members-only Discord, ! Discord. We'll pull that up. Link your YouTube account. And you've got access to the members-only Discord. We've got a bunch of chats in there. And then you get the once-a-month members-only live stream. We give away signed merch last stream, which was last week. We gave away a signed Drew Tranquil football, a signed Charles Omenihu jersey. We gave away a NFL shop jersey and a bag of HBTC coffee as well. So we do those once a month also. Cole, who do you think will be our hidden gem in the playoffs? Personally, I think Carson Wentz is going to carry our team to a three-peat. You think he's going to be a starter over Patrick Mahomes? Okay, what is happening? What am I reading? Over the next 4 years, Mahomes makes $215 million, top of the league for most money paid over 4 years. It's not top of the league anymore because of Tua's contract and Jordan Love's contract, but I mean he's still making good money. Yeah, I mean if you look at Tua, he signed a 4-year, what did he get? $212 million deal, and then Jordan Love signed a 4-year, $220 million deal. But still, Mahomes' contract is still up there. Yo, what's up, KC Fandan? Yeah, we got your jersey ordered. Casey Fandan won the NFL shop jersey, and he asked for Chris Jones, I believe it was. How about them Chiefs? Gary, what's up? Andrew with the 11 months said, let's go. Dude, 11 months? 11 months, that's almost a year, baby. Let's go. You're almost there. When do you think Patrick will leave? I don't know. Why you want to know? Why you want to think about that? In the midst of the three-peat, in the midst of the dynasty. Oh, you're talking straight up cash flow? Oh, okay. Got you. I didn't know he was talking about straight cash. Cold hard cash. Mahomes was 4 for 208. Yeah, sounds about right. That'd be so cool to win something. I mean, your odds are pretty good. There's only like 100 people in the 115-ish people in the members streams. I'm just making sure I'm caught up. If he leaves, I might die. Okay, well, please don't do that. Anyone else find themselves singing "I Miss You" 2 to 5 and 10? I miss you. Shout out my dog Jet. I miss you 25 and 10. Oh, from that clip on the mic'd up. That was a catchy song. You should make a shirt with Worthy, Brown, and Rice that says worthy of brown rice. Hey, that's a good idea, Ryan. Worthy of brown rice. What's up, Cam? Which new receiver may become Patrick's favorite? Probably Hollywood Brown. This is going to be my guess. Just how all the ways that they can use him and his speed, and he can stretch the field, but they're also going to use him to offset the middle of the field with Travis Kelce as well. Dan in the house. Brother Cellar Dweller, you went back to your motherland, Honduras? Just kidding. We know it's Egypt. Oh, man. Dan over here got some jokes. I went back to Northern Ireland. That's my home. I was with the Irish folk. And, yeah, it was really cool. Wasn't there for very long, but it was pretty cool. Egypt was fun, too. Cole, why am I not getting gifted memberships? You need to enable memberships on the channel if you haven't already. Mahomes will leave the Chiefs when he's 90. Deadpool versus Wolverine reference. Okay, I haven't seen it yet, guys, but I did start watching again Deadpool 1 last night. The red hair confused you? No, it's okay. You jokester. You've been to Dublin. It's beautiful. Dude, nice. I was in Northern Ireland, and they made sure to let you know that it's not Ireland. It's a different country. Don't say Ireland in Northern Ireland. They'll get mad. Cole, between Rice and Hollywood Brown, which one do you think will get 1,000? I mean, probably Hollywood. But honestly, like, if Rice isn't suspended, I could see a few guys getting 700-800 yards, and then Kelce getting close to 1,000 or around 1,000, maybe even more. That's going to be interesting to see for sure. If Rice is suspended, Hollywood definitely getting over 1,000. Easy. It was a 10 out of 10 movie, Allie. Your family's from Southern Ireland? That's not a... What are you talking about? Who has disappointed you the most in training camp? Asked Peter. Peter, thanks so much for the 2-bomb, man. Disappointed me the most? I mean, maybe Sky Moore. I think just when you read the reports of him still constantly just being the ball, just missing his fingertips, if you listen to my conversation with Ron Kopp, he said, yeah, he's still just not where he needs to be. He's still not in rhythm, in sync with Patrick Mahomes heading into year 3. Now, did I expect Sky to come out there and ball out and be wide receiver 1? No, but I was rooting for the kid. Like, entering year 3, first 2 years in the league were, subpar, below expectations for a second-round pick. And the reports that are coming out early about him at camp, it's a bit of a disappointment, but it's still early. That's probably just the main one. It's still so early that even that, I'm not tripping about it, but it is a bit of a bummer. You think Montreal Washington beats out the others for the final 6 spot? I mean, if you just want to talk about Montreal Washington for a second, he's got NFL experience. He was on the team last year. He got claimed off of waivers, I believe, by the Chiefs when the Broncos let him go. He had some punts returned. He was called up from the practice squad, returned some punts for the team when the Chiefs were going through some injuries in the return game. He can contribute in the return game, and he's got almost a year under his belt now in Kansas City system, which is going to help him. And if he keeps balling out at camp, making these insane catches, if you're talking about wide receiver 6, you're going to want a guy that's going to be valuable in the return game and can step up and make plays on offense if injuries happen. And so in my opinion, that's going to be somebody like Kadarius Toney, Montreal Washington, Nico Remigio. I don't know that if Sky is the last on the list down there that he's going to make it. He's not really contributing on special teams. We don't want him back there returning punts. And then Justin Ross either. Now, Justin Ross is a bigger bodied guy they can use in the red zone, but if you're just talking about having, Dave Tobe having some say about who's going to help him out there on special teams, I don't know if Ross makes it either. Carlisle said we need Toney returning punts. I mean, that would be my favorite. I think Toney is a very dynamic and dangerous punt returner. I think it would be great. Rashid's trial is scheduled to begin December 9th, and his legal representation will likely petition the court for administrative extensions. I don't think he gets suspended this year. Yeah, that's just the civil. I think there's like a civil trial and a criminal trial. Remember, he's getting sued. So there's like a civil suit, and then there's a criminal one. That date hasn't even been set, I think, from what I understand. I'm not a lawyer, but from what I've understood about the situation and researching it, there's 2 different things he's going to be going to trial for, and only the civil suit has been set. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, what about him? He's disappointed you the most, or what are you saying? I think adding Jared Wiley makes the big body guy not quite as necessary. Very true, Levi. I mean, they have lined up Jared Wiley out there in red zone quite a bit. You got Irv Smith Jr. as well. Obviously, still Travis Kelce. They don't have like a bigger bodied receiver, but that's just not how they do it in Kansas City. Not really. They scheme guys open. Mahomes throws to the open receiver. If he's throwing back shoulder throws, it's pretty safe, or it's to Travis Kelce. I mean, basically, maybe Jared Wiley will start getting some of those, but like McCole Hardman's not 6 foot. I think he's 5'11". Hollywood's 5'9". Xavier Worthy's 5'11". Justin Watson might be 6'1". Rice, 6'1", 6'2". I mean, he might be the tallest receiver outside of Justin Ross. Biggest riser this year, Justin Tucker or the Chiefs D? The Chiefs D, it's got to be. Yeah, I'm going to go to a Chiefs game this season, Cam, for sure. I'm not sure which game yet, but I'm definitely going to go to one. Cole, I want Zamet and Carson Steele to make the team. You want both of them? It's going to have to be one or the other for sure. And right now, I don't know. I don't know about LRZ yet. he's still, he's only 3 days in pads and still going through the growing pains, going through pass blocking reps, getting worked a little bit there. He is being used as the first team or like the first set of kick returners on the kickoff period, but we'll have to see. I don't think both LRZ and Carson Steele make it. Unless you're saying it's Pacheco, CEH, and then Carson Steele is RB3, and they somehow just have RB4 for LRZ purely as the returner. Justin Mead said, what are we talking about? I mean, I'm trying to talk about it. Oh, will this be the year for Cornell Powell? I do not think so, man. Hate to say that, but I don't think so. I mean, it's so competitive, and you've only got 1 or 2 spots up for grabs. There's just so many people there in the mix. What do you think the Chiefs' record will be? About 13 wins, somewhere around there. In Mahomes' career, it's either been 12 wins or 14 wins every single year except for last year they won 11. And they probably should have won about 13 or 14 of those if it wasn't for like a stupid drop by a receiver. Uri said LRZ on the practice squad wouldn't be the worst thing. No, if he doesn't make the 53 and clears waivers, the Chiefs would probably happily put him on the practice squad, for sure. Yeah, I think Brody Croyle's going to make a comeback with us, Emperor. He'll be QB2. Cornell Powell, the practice squad vet, 100%. I mean, if Cornell Powell got called up because of injuries, I mean, he knows the system. He helps a lot with the scout team, too. Paisley said, do you think you could make a touchdown in the Super Bowl for $1,500 in 3 shots? I doubt it. I would try, though. Is having the wires... LRZ's having the wires in his brain rewired. Rugby's in his DNA. It'll take time. I mean, yeah, for sure. Bit late. It's okay, CJ. How are you, man? Hope you're having a fantastic night. Woo! Undefeated. Book it, said Fitznuts. Okay. Bring back Tyler Thigpen as our backup. Oh, no. How about Todd Blackledge? What do you think about that? Think about that one. Even burners get lucky. What's a burner? Like a burner account? No, we haven't done that yet. Roomby keeps asking if he can pet that dog.
Can I pet that dog?
No.
Can I pet that dog?
No.
Can I pet that dog?
No, he's
Can I
sleeping.
pet that dog?
Daddy, chill.
Had to throw in an extra one there. Do you think that for $100 million, you can make the Super Bowl winning field goal? I mean, dude, for $1 million, I'll practice every day on field goals. I'll get there, I promise. Jason's wheezing laugh is the best. Yeah, I've got to add some more. I've been slacking on adding new ones. Todd Blackwood sucks, said Steve. Yeah, he wasn't very good. Let's just be honest. Will Clapp. That doesn't sound like a good idea. That does not sound like a good idea. Let's not do that. Yeah, we did I'm trying to think. I'd have to find where we did it, but we did a couple of YouTube shorts last year about Todd Blackledge and like just different quarterbacks of the Chiefs throughout the year. So let me think. Mahomes was the first quarterback they drafted in the first round since Todd Blackledge, 7th overall, is when the Chiefs took him in 1983. They took Todd Blackledge over Hall of Famers like Dan Marino and Jim Kelly. He lasted 5 years with the Chiefs, serving mainly as a backup to Bill Kinney. God, man. Oh, you can't go back. We're in the good days. But geez. Will Tony make the squad? I think he's trending to make the roster right now, yes. He's got to stay healthy and hold up throughout training camp, but he's got a pretty good shot. Is Kadarius Tony get? Oh yeah, I already read that. Yep. Your chat's frozen. That's not good, Travis. Might need to refresh your YouTube. After watching rugby for the last few days in the Olympics, I feel less optimistic about LRZ making the team this season. Didn't realize how drastically different the games are. Practice squad, hopefully. Oh yeah, 2 different sports. I am not an expert, well, in either football or rugby, but it is definitely a different sport. You see what Andy Reid did with Sky Moore? What did he do? I don't know if I saw that. Yeah, my homeboy said Rasheed might be like Kamara and not get suspended till next year. Well, he said he will be. Yeah, I mean, Alvin Kamara, if you guys remember, like the day or two before the Pro Bowl in February a few years ago, that's when the nightclub incident happened, and Chris Lamons was there, a Chiefs cornerback at the time. They were on camera caught beating a guy and knocking him out, right? Well, he didn't get suspended the next season. He got suspended the season after because the legal proceedings took so long. So yeah, it could definitely happen to Rice as well. Just depends on how long the legal process keeps going. It's weird. The NFL could also step in and do their own thing, even though they normally, it depends on what happens, but they normally let the legal process play out. But they also could step in. Cole, you should do like regular jersey giveaways and regular lives. I mean, I do sometimes during the season, for sure. We up our giveaways during the season. If Spags isn't confident in cornerback 2, who will be available as a free agent? J.C. Jackson, no, please not him. I mean, Stephon Gilmore is still out there, but if they're really not happy, maybe they wait for cut down day, and you see who gets cut down, and you then go get somebody. But yeah, they're currently trying to figure it out between Najee Johnson, Jalen Watson, Joshua Williams. Kelvin Joseph has been taking a step up. So he's been working, making his mark. But yeah, I mean, there's not a lot available right now. You know, one thing I was thinking about is what if, I mean, you still need a solid cornerback too. But I'm like, you could have Chamari Connor play in the slot, right? But then you still need somebody else outside of McDuffie as well. Like, you still need a cornerback too, whoever it is. What's up, bro average? Cole, who will get cornerback? I don't know. I'm rooting for Najee. He's just got to stay healthy. I think he's got a legitimate chance as long as he can stay healthy. He was working with the first team defense. He was the guy up there. Josh Williams is in the mix too, but he's been working with the 2s recently. I'm just not sure. Jalen Watson might have a pretty good chance when he comes back from injury with his shoulder, but he's going to be out he has been out rather for quite a while. Going to be a little bit rusty there. Has Tony taken any kick return reps? Haven't heard of any. I don't think so, Jack. From what I understand, it was like it's first up. It was Nico Remigio and LRZ, and then I think Montrell Washington and somebody else. I'm trying to remember who it was, but it wasn't Tony. I haven't really heard any reports of Tony taking kickoffs. Punts for sure. Kickoffs, I have not. Has Worthy taken any? Not that I know of. I feel like Pete Sweeney mentioned kickoff rotations in a recent camp update, but let me see if I can find it. I'm not sure if I can. Oh, here you go. Here's a top team returners right now. What on earth? There we go. Nico Remigio and LRZ, then Sky Moore and Deneric Prince. That was the rotation. Top gunner combos, Keith Taylor and Nick Jones, Montrell Washington and Kamal Haddon. Punt returners in order of turn. Hardman, Remigio, Tony, Worthy. Don't read too much into that yet. It's still early, but that's what it's been looking like. Sky Moore on kickoffs. Does Worthy's size scare you? I mean, a little bit, Joel. There has been wide receivers that have been able to make that work. Deshaun Jackson is one. And then is it Devontae Smith with the Eagles? They're both like the same size. Now, Worthy has struggled a little bit since the pads have come on. If he can get bullied a little bit, but if he just got to keep working through the growing pains. He's getting work against Trent McDuffie. I mean, you're not really going to go up against a cornerback better than Trent McDuffie, but maybe a few times all season long. Like Trent McDuffie, you could argue, is easily a top 5 corner in the NFL. I mean, I don't know where you guys would put him, but he's got to be up there. Got to be, you could argue top 3 if you wanted, realistically. So Worthy's getting really good work in against Trent McDuffie. So it's only going to help him, but yeah, there's a little bit of a concern there about Worthy's size. A little bit, yeah. I mean, I'm 6'2", almost 180. He's 5'11", 170. I don't play football, dude. I make Chiefs videos for a living, so. Trent McDuffie's going to win Defensive Super Bowl MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. Please happen. That would be fire. Worthy reminds you of Deshaun Jackson. Yeah, they got similar body types, that's for sure. Too much trauma from Tony's drop passes. Yeah, there was definitely some stressful times last year with Tony's drop passes. It was pretty bad. Fitznut said, next season I'm making the pilgrimage to the motherland to watch a live game. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, dude. I'm going to stand by me. Oh my gosh. I wanted to go wide. Oh, I got a package to open. I'm tripping. Hello? All right, I wanted that. Boom. We got one. We got one, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what this is. Yo, Arthur, thanks for the $1.50 super sticker, man. Appreciate that. With the meow mix. With the meow meow. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. It's from Greg Coleman again. The legend. It's got to be a helmet or a football. Actually, you know what? It could just be a bunch of stuff and it's all in one box. Let's see. It's a bunch of stuff all in one box. All right. Here we go. We got a signed Felix Anudike-Uzomah jersey, white. I like that. I'm hoping for a big year 2. Okay. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff. A white Isaiah Pacheco signed jersey. Okay. RB1. All right now. Okay, we got he's not on the team anymore, but we'll take it. Richie James signed jersey as well, number 17. We got that. Then, okay, it was 4 jerseys. We got an Allegretti. Nick Allegretti, the former Swiss Army knife, now with the Commanders. So you got 2 current, 2 former. Thank you, Greg. Let's go, man. Let's go. Appreciate that. We got FAU. Who was the second one? Pacheco, Richie James, Allegretti. Got him. Destiny said pilgrimage to the motherland is crazy, but I'm also making the journey to the motherland in November for the Raiders battle. Let's freaking go. Let's go, Destiny. Heck yeah. Let's go. The Greek freak Destiny herself in chat. Justin Mead with the 18 months. PM15 might be so excited to have the deep ball back that he has a Favre-esque season. Just kidding. We got this. Favre greater than Allen. Also, how about those Chiefs? I mean, Brett Favre really liked to throw interceptions, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Player still in our hearts, yep. Yeah, and Richie James is still a free agent. You are right, yes. He is. He just wants an opportunity. Why does FAU's jersey have a 6? It's a 9. You saw the 9. 9-7. I probably held it upside down, to be honest. What's up, Troy? How are you, brother? Show us it slowly, please. Pause. The problem is the way that they're folding these jerseys. You can't, like, you could see it, and you DK, but you can't, the signature is hidden in there. Jalen Ramsey? Not anymore. I don't think Jalen Ramsey is better than McDuffie anymore. Now, you want to talk about somebody like Sauce Gardner, maybe? Something like that. Okay. Somebody like that, maybe. Joaquin, the GOAT in the house. Loves the channel. Let's go. Appreciate you. I hope I pronounced your name right. Daniel in the house just joining. What's up, man? How are you? Which rookie are you most excited about? I mean, probably Xavier Worthy, but I really hope Kingsley Suamataia has a fantastic season, because if he has a great season, that means left tackle is in a decent spot. So I'm very excited about Worthy, but I really hope Kingsley balls out. There's more rookies I'm excited about, but a couple of them maybe more for next year. Hunter Norzad, Jared Wiley, more for next year, though I think Jared Wiley will contribute in some capacity this year for sure. Jaden Hicks, mainly for next year as well, but excited about him also. What's up, Hunter? What are these jerseys for? We just be collecting them, and then we use some for giveaways. We build up the HBTC jersey arsenal. Arsenal? What's an arsenal? Cole, did you hear about the Madden ratings today? No. Yes, no. Did they release them all? I saw from KCSN today, they shared the Chiefs wide receiver ratings. See if I can find it. Here's the Chiefs wide receiver ratings on Madden. Hollywood is an 81, so is Rice. Tony is a 77, McCole 76, Worthy 75, Watson 74, Justin Ross 72, Sky 72, Montreal Washington 68, Cornell Powell 67. Nobody popping off the board there, but you've got Kelsey as a 99, Mahomes as a 99. I think the O-line's got some high rankings there. Chris Jones is a 97. You saw the ratings for the top 10 wide receivers in the NFL? Was it for Madden or something else? What is it? Cole, who's your top 4 quarterbacks in the league right now? For you, it's Pat Mahomes, Pat Mahomey, Pat Mahomes, and Dad Bod Mahomes. Top 4? I mean, it's probably going to be Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Lamar. I mean, it's tough. You could argue in a few different people in there. And that's just Burrow if he's healthy, by the way. Oh, nice. Top 10 wide receivers in Madden. Tyreek, 99. How is Justin Jefferson at 98? Can we just talk about that? What the heck? CeeDee Lamb, 96. A.J. Brown, 95. So is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Devontae, 94. Jamar Chase, 93. Stephon Diggs, 92. Ayuk, 91. And Mike Evans, 91. Nice. How is Justin Jefferson a 98? I mean, we're splitting hairs here. Still miss Tyreek? Oh, yeah, me too, man. I just drafted him in an Underdog Fantasy draft. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy for the season-long sponsorship. HBTC. Use code HBTC. Click the link in the description. You can sign up. We've got a private draft, a $10 12-person slow draft in the link in the description, rather. Link in the description. And it's only like half filled, but we had a $5 draft, $10, $25. There's all kinds of stuff going on with Underdog. Pick'ems, season-long drafts, weekly tournaments. They've got this new thing called Streaks, where if you get a pick 2 and you get those right, you can go all the way. If you win 11 in a row, as the weeks go by, you can win up to, I think it's 1,000x on your money. So you could put $5 down and win 5 racks. Like, what? Crazy. So they're another partner of the channel for the season, which is a lot of fun, and I'm excited to do some weekly stuff with them, doing pick'ems and all kinds of stuff. So shout outs to them. Links to all that in the description. Again, code HBTC will give you up to $250 of bonus cash and a special pick'em in the lobby. Heck yeah, man. Shout outs to that. I don't know what prompted that. Maybe we were talking Madden and receivers. Oh, because I drafted Tyreek. Yeah, I drafted Tyreek today. I'm corporate now. Corporate. Derek D with the 5 gifted. Let's go, man. Thanks so much, bro. Derek got that 5 gifted in his middle name. Derek D stands for D's 5 gifteds. Okay, that was not funny. Maybe only a little. You think they could bring back McKinnon? Yeah, I do. But with each passing day of training camp and not seeing somebody like Jerick McKinnon back or Donovan Smith back, I feel like it makes the return for these guys just a little less likely. If we don't see McKinnon return within like this week, probably safe to say he's not coming back. I mean, I can't rule it out completely, but with each passing day, the chances do become less likely. You think they could still... Yeah, I just answered that. Yep. He was the fastest player ever at the Combine. Dude, isn't Worthy's speed only 98? Somebody said in Madden, Worthy's speed is only 98. How? That's insane. Cole's no more corporate than your grandma's cobbler recipe. Oh, let's go, Ari. Do you think Jared Wiley's the next Kelsey when Kelsey retires? I want to be careful to, like, not put labels on people, especially the label of Travis Kelce on somebody else on the team, just because Kelsey is one of one, probably the greatest tight end to ever play the game. But I hope he can. I think the hope is probably that he can help fill some of the role of Travis Kelce when Kelce is gone, for sure, or even help sooner rather than later to offset Kelsey's workload. How's Brown been doing? Hollywood Brown? I mean, he's been looking good at camp. He's been sick for a couple days, maybe 2 or 3 days with the illness, but he's, I mean, looking pretty good, yeah. If you're talking about Hollywood Brown, you said Brown. That's the only Brown on the team. I think the Chiefs re-sign Justin Watson. He's on the last year of his deal. We'll have to see. He'll be like 28, 29 years old. Really not sure. Your sim just had a baby boy. Can you name it for you? Okay. Yeah, name him. I was trying to think of something elegant. How about Sebastian? That sounds like a good name. You'd also be happy if he turns into the next Tony Gonzalez. Fine with me. Fine with me. I mean, that is an interesting thing. The Chiefs went from Tony G, not directly to Travis Kelce, but shortly after to Travis Kelce. 2 top 5 tight ends in NFL history have been on the Chiefs. Go for a third. Yeah, let's go, Sebastian. Shout outs to you. Thoughts on the offensive line? Looking good, Peter. I mean, Jawan Taylor has been working on his technique and not being so quick off the line, not lining up so far back. So I think Jawan Taylor will take a step up this year, especially compared to how the beginning of last year started. Trey Smith is Trey Smith. Creed Humphrey is about to become the highest paid center in the NFL. So he's going to stay a Chief for a long time. Left guard, I mean, Joe Thuney, that's the best pass blocking guard in the NFL for 3 years in a row if you're looking at PFF pass blocking grades out of all guards in the league. The question is, how does he bounce back from this chest injury? Does he just truly look himself and he's fine all year long? I'm just a little bit of like hoping that, what do I want to say? I'm just holding out hope that Joe Thuney's pec is indeed fine, and it's fine all season long. He's got the durability. Then obviously the left tackle is the biggest question mark. Is it Wanye? Is it Kingsley? Are they bringing in a vet? It's probably going to be Kingsley. But they're going to keep fighting it out, and that'll be the biggest spot where for now you're going to have to kind of watch out. You're the GOAT, Rodolfo. Appreciate the kind words, though. You hate the offseason? I mean, it's close to over. It's close to over. We're getting real close now. Did you hear about the bill passing about protecting kids online? No? That sounds like a good one, but I have not. If it's protecting kids online. No, I have not heard that. Have you seen the new mic'd up at training camp? No, not yet. I need to, though. Maybe I'll watch that tonight after I get off this live stream. Raiders are cooked. They're cooked. They ain't cooking. Their last name is Kennedy, so it's Sebastian Kennedy. Ooh, let's go. Yeah, he's definitely going to run for office. Did Tooney actually have surgery? I have not gotten confirmation on that. I don't think they've said. If anybody in chat knows, let me know if Joe Tooney had surgery or not, because I can't find anywhere whether he did or not. Jawan got shafted. Oh, yeah. It wasn't fair, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, and you got to roll with the punches, sadly. Renee said this training camp video is a must-watch, speaking from a Pacheco fan. All right. Yeah, we'll definitely got to watch that. Pacheco was mic'd up for the vid and helping LRZ with blocking and being high energy always. Oh, I can't wait for it then. I'm sure it's going to be fire. Any more Chiefs news? Nothing. What happened to Jawan Taylor? Well, he was just kind of targeted by the league. It was all the, what was it? The illegal formation. Is that what it was? And then all the false starts. Or offensive offsides, whatever you're lining up too deep. Or whatever it was. I'm trying to remember what it was. Was it just illegal formation? And false start? Might have been what it was. But then the Tony thing happened with the offensive offsides, and then the NFL started calling more offensive offsides. It's like, come on, dude. You guys are freaking crazy. Why not watch it right now? Because I try not to show like long form pieces of other people's content, like big chunks all in one, due to like copyright stuff. But I'll definitely go watch it for sure. No surgery for Tooney, only rehab. Okay, good. I figured if he had surgery, I feel like we would have known. There would have been a report. Something would have been shared, and I heard nothing about that. So no surgery, only rehab. Let's go now. Joe Tooney is back with the Chiefs. Yeah, I mean, he came off the PUP list, and he did practice on Monday. He did. 220. Fastest physical for the Chiefs 2 days ago, 220? Or passed his physical is probably what you meant. Yeah, he passed his physical, yep. Did I watch receiver? Yeah, I didn't finish it all, but I watched most of it. They only said the MRI showed it was not torn. Well, a pec strain is a tear, so just depends on to what degree. What degree the strain was or the tear, because a pec strain is still a tear. But yeah, that's good. Good news that he didn't need surgery. I mean, you don't want to have surgery if you can help it. Ain't no relax should be a soundbite. That's a good idea. Ain't no relax. You propose a return of the Tony lamp for wishful thinking that he'll finally put it together. We were all excited last year. I had the Tony lamp out, and then the pick 6 happened in week 1, and I turned the Tony lamp off, and then we never turned it back on for like the rest of the season. Yeah, what's up, Maria? Good to see you. Thank you. What era of time would you most want to visit for a week? Ooh. Era of time? Oh my gosh. That's a great question. Give me like ancient Rome, like peak Roman civilization for a week. That'd be kind of fun. Yo, Falcon 58 in the house. What's up? Ron 316 with the 16 months. Let's go, man. Appreciate you. Era 1997. I'm hoping Charles O comes back sooner than later. Health first, but his progress was looking great. 100%, Eric. It'll probably be sometime after the bye week, but that's week 7. So that'd be awesome. Ancient Greece for sure. Let's go. Ancient Greece. Nothing for me. History hasn't been kind to the brothers. Oh, God. Well, maybe. Yeah. Just stay in 2024 then, Fitz Nuts. Stay in 2024. That's probably the best. They might feed you to the Lions? Me? Nah, man. Why would they feed me to the Lions? I would just tell them about YouTube. Tell them about the Chiefs, the dynasty. They'd be like, what? What are you talking about? I ain't getting fed to the Lions. Washington might make the team. Some of his catches are insane. True. Uphill battle, but he's strongly making his case. If not, maybe he's a practice squad guy that gets called upon again this year like last year. Cole's beard eats Lions. Dude, could you imagine? Nah, dude, I would freaking ride the lion around. Heck nah. Sky Moore for sure gone. Not for sure, Jake, but he is he's one of the guys fighting for one of those wide receiver 5-6 spots for sure. He's got to start showing out at camp a bit more here. He's had some plays, but then some plays not. Last practice, he threw an interception on a kick return, on a kickoff. It was technically ruled a fumble. But still, Derek with another 5 gifted. Let's go, man. There's somebody trying to be like Andy Reid at the Bengals training camp. Yeah, that was awesome. That was pretty funny. Yo, shout outs to Baby Prince. Let's go. Tony Redemption year? I mean, maybe. Maybe. I'm rooting for the guy. 1 year to the day, apparently. Time flies. Derek D with the 12 months. Feels like just yesterday when you were making unnecessarily high-quality ads for Perna. Been fun to watch the channel progress to many more years. Cheers, man. Thanks so much, Derek, for the kind words. That did seem like yesterday. That was like maybe like almost a couple of years ago now when I made that coffee ad for Perna. Yeah, heck yeah, dude. The time flies. Having fun. Let's go. Cole would do live broadcasts from the Coliseum on Gladiator games. Dude, could you imagine? I do a live play-by-play reaction. Oh! He has no head, dude. He has no... Those games would have been gruesome. Made it back from Oregon. Got the pleasure of defending the kingdom from a Bills fan and San Francisco fan as well. Let's go, Darren. That's what I'm talking about. The refs need training camp too. They actually are at training camps. They got different referee crews at different training camps. John Hussey and his crew, I believe, have been with the Chiefs at training camp so far. Yeah, so they do. You subbed. Thank you, Elias. Appreciate that. JoJo's back in the house. Prince with the 5 bomb. Let's go, man. Shout out to Prince and to Prince Jr. Thank you for the 5. Cole just popping in. Long time no see. Pavry, what's up? How are you? You think it's possible to go 3 tight ends and 4 running backs? Yeah, you can't rule it out. I do, at least right now, have them rolling with 4 tight ends. Kelsey, Noah Gray, Jared Wiley, and Irv Smith Jr. Now, if they want to roll with 3 and Irv Smith is the odd guy out, you can. You don't have really any financial repercussions at all. I think his dead cap's like, it's not much, like $300,000 or something. So yeah, you could go 3 tight ends, 4 running backs, and the 4 running backs choose your poison. Pacheco, CEH, Deneric Prince, or Keontae Ingram, and then LRZ if you wanted to stash him. I don't know what they're going to do at this point in time, but you can do it. Brother Cellar Dweller, what up, Dan? Dan's back. Do the Chiefs still have Blake Bell? They do not. He's a free agent, and they never re-signed him. Yeah. Can you still use, can I pet that dog clip at Gladiator live calls? For sure, but instead of a bear, they would be trying to pet a lion. Somebody's asking if it's possible, can they ride the D if needed still this year? Definitely.
I don't know if it's so much that the identity of this team has shifted, but this is far and away the best defense that Patrick Mahomes has had, right? Well, I mean, is it possible that they can ride the D? The defense?
Okay. Listen, I believe.
I put Tony's face on the guy. Had to do it. Dark horse pick. Dark horse pick to make the roster. I mean, just one that comes to mind. It's not even my original pick, but Ron Kopp Jr. In his conversation with me today, that's the lead analyst of Arrowhead Pride. His dark horse candidate to make the roster is Kelvin Joseph out of the cornerback room as one of the rising cornerbacks to really contribute on the defensive side of the ball. He said he's been looking good right now. But a dark horse, I'm just trying to think. Like a dark horse candidate that would be fun to make the roster is Montrell Washington, just because he's been having a great camp so far. But yeah, he would have to contribute heavily on special teams and would be a depth piece guy. I don't know. LRZ, of course, would be fun. I don't have him on the 53-man roster at this point in time. Chiefs would probably be better off letting him slow cook on the practice squad. He's just got a lot of growing and learning to do, but I would love it if he could do it with the Chiefs practice squad for a year and then come back a little bit stronger next year with the year under his belt. Now, the Chiefs might stash him on the roster, fourth running back, because they don't think he'll be around. If he won't, they might not think he'll clear waivers. I have no idea. But we'll have to see. We've got a couple weeks left of camp. We've got some preseason games coming up. There's a lot going on. And be sure of this. I'll keep you updated and in the know every step of the way. With that, I'm going to call it a day. That rhymed. I didn't really mean it to, but appreciate all the dono bombs, the memberships, the mods holding it down, everybody asking questions and hanging out. And until next time, let's go. Let's freaking go. We're going to hand it off to Pacheco. Sidesteps a tackle. Cuts 15-10. I can't even do the outro, man. I can't even hit the outro button, man. I can't even hit the outro. I hit the intro button. We're starting over. It's only 8 o'clock. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tuesday. No, I'm out of here. See you guys.
How about those Chiefs?